All right, let's dive into the 2025 AI Index from Stanford. This report paints a picture of AI moving at a dizzying speed, and it really boils down to one central conflict, this incredible race between what AI can do and whether we can actually control it.
Okay, let's just start with one number to wrap your head around this. 71.7%. That's the success rate for a top AI model solving real-world software engineering problems. Now, get this. Just a little over a year ago, the best AI could barely crack 4%. This isn't just a step up, it's a whole new ballgame.
And it's not just coding. This kind of explosive growth is happening everywhere. We're at a point where the line for what's possible with AI, well, it's not just moving anymore. It's being totally redrawn practically every single month.
I mean, just look at these numbers. In competition-level math, AI is already doing better than the average person. And on this super hard test that's meant to stump human experts in dozens of fields, yeah, AI is right on their heels. The gap between us and them is closing way, way faster than anybody thought possible.
So, you have to ask, right? What happens when AI can just ace every single one of our hardest tests? The answer tells you everything you need to know about how fast this field is moving.
We just make up harder ones. It's kind of funny, actually. Researchers are in this constant sprint, just building new, crazier, more difficult challenges. It's this wild cycle. AI conquers a mountain, and the research community just points to an even bigger one on the horizon. The goalposts are always moving.
But all this incredible power, that's only half the story. Because with great capability, well, you know how it goes. We're seeing a whole bunch of really profound and honestly pretty troubling new problems.
And look, these aren't some far-off hypothetical risks. We're talking about real people. The report is full of stories like this one, about a woman wrongly flagged as a shoplifter by facial recognition. It's just a gut-punch reminder that when an AI messes up, the consequences are very, very real.
Now, this next finding is going to blow your mind, because it goes against everything we think we know. We all assume more data makes AI better, right? Well, nope. The report found that sometimes just dumping more data into a model made its biases worse. In this case, the chance of it labeling black men as criminal shot up by 63%. So yeah, more data isn't always the fix.
And the problem list just keeps on growing. We're dealing with brand new threats like these infectious jailbreaks. Think of it like a computer virus that can spread from one AI to a million others. We still don't even have a standard way to measure if an AI is safe. And of course, they still hallucinate. They literally just make stuff up. This is the other side of that coin. Capability is skyrocketing, but our ability to control it is seriously lagging behind.
Okay, so we've got this incredibly powerful, but also kind of flawed new technology. So how are people actually using it out in the real world? Let's take a look at the economy, because the impact is already huge.
This chart shows something really interesting. Over a third of all jobs are now using AI in some way. That's massive. But, and this is the key part, look closer. Only 4% of jobs are heavily reliant on it. So, what does that tell us? AI's reach is incredibly broad, but for now, its integration is still pretty shallow.
So what's it actually doing for us at work? Well, for the most part, it's helping us do our jobs better. You should think of it less like a replacement pilot and more like a really, really smart co-pilot. For now, the big story isn't about AI taking jobs. It's about it enhancing the skills we already have.
And oh man, this AI copilot is good. We're seeing huge productivity boosts all over the place. Developers are coding faster, professionals are writing way better reports, and these aren't just tiny improvements. This is a real fundamental change in how work is getting done.
Now, the impact on the economy is big, for sure. But what's happening in science, it's nothing short of a revolution. AI is shifting from being just a tool to being a genuine partner in discovery. Just look at the sheer range we're talking about here. On one hand, you have AI building models to predict our planet's climate. On the other, it's helping us map the connections inside a teeny tiny piece of the human brain. From the massive scale of the planet down to the microscopic, AI is speeding up discovery in ways we couldn't even imagine a few years ago.
And then you get to medicine, and the results are just staggering. The top AI models aren't just passing medical exams anymore. They're getting superhuman scores. They're outperforming the vast majority of human doctors. It's like we've created a world-class medical genius in a box. And that incredible knowledge is already being put to work, solving some of the hardest problems in science, discovering new drugs, designing brand new materials that have never existed before, even solving quantum problems that would take a supercomputer septillions of years. AI isn't just changing science,
It's changing the actual speed of science itself. So, wow. After a year of these mind-blowing breakthroughs and some really sobering challenges, it all comes down to one simple question. What on earth happens next?
Well, one thing's for sure, the pace is only picking up. This timeline just shows a handful of the major models that came out in the last year. It was just boom, boom, boom. Google's Gemini, then Databricks, then OpenAI, each one more powerful than the last. The foot is still slammed on the accelerator.
And that brings us right back to where we started. It's the core tension of this entire report, and maybe the most important question of our time. AI's power is growing exponentially. The real question is, can our wisdom, our ability to manage all this, actually keep up? That is the race that's going to define everything.